welcome to another edition of Metal Fallout. I'm your host, Mark Katchelmar. Now, if you know anything about metal, you know that the best stuff was written back in the early 90s. Well, coming up next, we're going to be looking at the music video for Arise by Sepultura. You won't want to miss this, so check it out. It's their most controversial music video, featuring powerful images of crucified Jesus-like figures wearing gas masks. Some call it blasphemy, others call it a political statement. Yet despite where you stand, Sepultura leaves one crucial question left unanswered. Is there a point to the madness? Or is this just another attack on the church?
By the sun, apocalyptic clash.
In an interview from the video Under Siege, Max Cavalera raises questions about the papacy, revealing how massive cathedrals represent the vast wealth of the church in a country stricken by poverty.
It was just, everything was just unreal. We're just, they were so rich and all the church, and they were doing nothing really to help people. You can see there's more of church than houses there.
In the world of metal, it's not uncommon for bands to question the church. Yet given the intelligence of Sepultura's lyrics, one could argue there's more at play than a simple attack on religion.
Yeah, I believe our last 3 albums have way more things to say than the first stuff that we did. We start to talk a little bit about real problems that was around us.
I see the world.
Throughout the album, the band warns of the dangers of technology, suggesting progress could ultimately lead to our pending doom. In the video, crucified figures represent religion, the fire represents destruction, and the gas masks represent technology. The desert landscape could represent the aftermath of a Third World War, or it could represent something more profound like the Middle East. Many biblical scholars say the end of days will start and end in the Middle East.
Victims of war, seeking some salvation, last wish.
If the point of the video is to convey the outcome of a holy war, the Middle East would play an important role in that story. However, given the band's viewpoints on religion, the song in the video could just be saying that people and society will rise after religion brings us to our doom. Whether you believe there's a hidden message in the video or that it's just designed for shock value, one thing's for certain.
We talk about the truth and people want to know about that.
Now again, that was an inside look at the music video for Arise. Now according to a photographer that was on the shoot, it wasn't as warm as it looked. It was actually shot in October, so it was about 30 degrees outside, and the people on the cross, yes, those were actually real actors, and they were wearing nothing but loincloths, so in between takes, they had to huddle around the fire to keep from getting hypothermia.
Gathered in their masses, just like
Now, if you're like me and you love metal and you love comic books, you might have heard of an album called Wolverine Blues. Well, coming up next on Metal Fallout, we're going to be looking at a band called Entombed and their connection to the comic book hero Wolverine. That's next, so check it out. Thrashing riffs, Mantium claws, howling vocals, Wolverine Blues has it all, taking metal to a whole new level. But does the comic book really have any connection to the music? In 1993, Swedish death metal band Entombed released their third album, Wolverine Blues. Unlike their previous albums, Left Hand Path and Clandestine, Wolverine Blues took their music in a whole new direction. Stripped down to its bare bones, much like Weapon X, the band created a whole new beast, filled with raw emotion and rage. While other death metal bands fell victim to an uncertain future, Entombed clawed its way through the Seattle grunge curse that threatened metal back in the early 90s. Rising from the underground just like Weapon X broke through the comic book scene, Entombed secured its place in metal, surviving to this day. However, according to Wikipedia, Entombed never intended to have the comic book icon connected to their music. The original cover for the album did not feature Wolverine. It was actually the record company, Earache Records, that decided to re-release the album with the cover art from Marvel to help sell their album to a more mainstream audience. The deal was made without the band's permission or knowledge. In fact, the band originally released the song Wolverine Blues on the EP Hollow Man. The song was an instrumental with audio references to the animal and not the comic book character. So there you have it. Metal sells comic books, comics sell metal, but in this case, there's no actual connection between the lyrics and the mythology of Weapon X. Well, again, that was the band Entombed with the album Wolverine Blues. Now, I have to tell you, I'm an old school metal fan, and they just don't make music like this anymore. Well, coming up next on Metal Fallout, we're going to be looking at a band called We Are the Fallen. That's next, so check it out. At first spin of the CD, I couldn't tell the difference between We Are the Fallen and Evanescence.
So close, I almost could taste my own grave.
Since the band is basically the same lineup, including Rocky Gray, John LeCompte, and Ben Moody, one could argue that this is the same band but with a different singer.
You bury me alive, and everybody's gotta breathe somehow.
But is Carly really all that different from Amy Lee? They look the same, they sound the same. The only difference is that Carly does not have the musical talent that Amy Lee has.
Falling to my knees before you.
Just like Evanescence, the music consists of simple, generic, open E riffs that are clearly uninspired. Even the classical music interlaced throughout the album has little impact on the overall product. The first track, Bury Me Alive, is actually one of the worst songs on the album, and I don't even know why they made a music video for this song because it's way too poppy for metal. The second track, Burn, is a step up, but then again the cheesy chorus and the terrible lyrics ruin the song. There's actually one song that stood out as I listened to the album for a second time. The song is titled St. John, and it's buried in the track list. The bottom line is that this band is a cheap carbon copy of Evanescence, and there really is nothing new here. The fact that the singer was taken from American Idol is enough to make me want to stay away, but then again, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and if you love Evanescence, you probably like this album, so I give it a 4 out of 10 rating. Again, that was the band We Are the Fallen. Now don't get me wrong, if you love Evanescence, and you want to hear more of that Evanescence style, then you'll probably love this album. In all honesty, I thought it was okay. I think they have a lot of potential, and I look forward to their next album. Well, coming up next on Metal Fallout, we're going to be looking at the top 10 gothic metal bands, so check it out.
Where are you heading?
Yeah, we're headed for Albuquerque. We've got a gig at the Players Club.
We're heading to Albuquerque. Jump in. Oh my god, you guys, what is that?
Oh no, it's Aubrey!
Speed up!
Come see Hiding from Aubrey at the Players Club May 10th for the release of their debut album Feels Like Rain.
Well, we're just about out of time for this episode of Metal Fallout. I'm your host, Mark Katzelmeyer. Until next time, teach your grandma how to do the metal horns.